fourth inning. Some good news today for Odorizzi, who was lifted from that game a week ago Friday in Seattle, 9 days ago. Today, for the first time since that start, he throws a baseball. Not just sock toss. He did toss a few socks before he actually threw 25 pitches, having a little catch in the outfield. Guys, this is a much less severe oblique strain than what Alex Cobb went through last year when he was shelved for 6 weeks. The fact that he is throwing a baseball today, just 9 days removed, he said he does not feel it anymore in his day-to-day activities. Felt the oblique a little bit there in the 4 to 5 day range after the injury, but it's about as mild an oblique strain, and they can be tricky, as you can have. So good news for Odorizzi, guys.
Yeah, that's great news. You want to know the count to Avisail Garcia. Bounces one foul. It's 1-1. Great news, not only because you want to see Odorizzi back, but he's a guy who can pitch deep into games, and we've started to see, I think, that bullpen, which has been so busy, we started to see the human side of the bullpen. I mean, they have been superhuman, but you know, you got to get a break once in a while, and having Odorizzi back maybe sooner than they initially thought, because you know they don't rush things around here for good reason. But that's great news.
Yeah, he was one of your horses. I mean, between Odorizzi and Archer, those are the guys that you were counting on to get you into that 7-inning range. And Jake had done such a great job. You know, this was a guy that last year averaged just over 5 1/3 innings. And he put some weight on in the offseason, came into spring training with the idea, I want to be stronger. I want to be stronger for the length of the season. I want to be stronger in game to pitch deeper. And boy, did he ever make that jump. And he was one of those guys you counted on. And you're right. You keep the bullpen on that kind of workload, and by August, these guys are just going to be sucking fumes.
I mean, you can rotate pitchers and use every pitcher in the organization, and they've been forced, it seems, to do that.
Yep.
But you're going to need some innings from somewhere. And boy, when he went out in that game, boy, there was concern without question. And to have him, number one, just to see him smile the way he did in that little game of catch out there, boy, that's great.